Everybody, time for another installment of Mailbag Monday, and actually got several questions. I'm not going to go with any comments this week because I did get so many questions, and I want to get to as many of those as I can. And I appreciate the people who submitted questions via Facebook this week, but you can do it through Twitter right here on this page or at my123cents.com as well. First one is from Joel, who asked, who is going to have the new streak? Undertaker appoints who starts that as well. This, of course, is in reference to Wrestlemania. The Undertaker's winning streak came to an end at WrestleMania 30. He is now 21-1. An impressive feat, to say the least. Brock Lesnar broke that streak, ended the streak. I don't think the WWE will go with a new streak anymore. I think that, it had its time, it had its place. The Undertaker, I don't know that they'll try to replicate that. And I think right now, if you look at the current roster, I think there are only 3 individuals right now who may be even in contention for that, and that is the 3 members of the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, all 3 undefeated in the last 2 WrestleManias. Whether or not they will continue on as the Shield or go off onto individuals, time will tell, of course, but I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong about that, if there are others that have never lost at WrestleMania, but just off the top of my head, I believe those 3 are the only ones on the current WWE roster. So I don't think there'll be another streak. If there is, I'm sure The Undertaker may have a little bit of say in who is established as that star, but I don't see them replicating it. Another question from Dave, who asks, who on NXT right now do you predict will be the next big star, excluding Bo Dallas and Adam Rose, who are already on their way to the main roster? I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll say it till the end of time. Adrian Neville is one of my favorite superstars anyway, but or wrestlers, but on NXT, he's the NXT champion, of course. I see big things in his future beyond just being the NXT champion. I do hope that he makes it to the main roster. But NXT is getting a lot of exposure now with the network. And, I'd like to say that I know Adrian Neville just on the fact that I met him and talked with him a couple of times now. But back a few years ago, he did a independent show before he signed with the WWE, AAPW Main Event, where he wrestled El Generico. And El Generico is close friends to a guy on NXT named Sami Zayn. I see big things in Sami Zayn's future as well. These 2 stars were stars on the independent scene. They are stars of NXT, and I do think that there are bigger things to come for each of these men. Just got to be patient, and I'm sure they will be on the main roster sometime within the next 12 months or so, is what I'm predicting. What is my favorite face of Foley, asks Weston. I liked Cactus Jack back in the day. I always thought that he was a little reckless and crazy. I did like when Mankind kind of morphed out of that monster and into more of the corporate Mankind when he wrestled the Undertaker at in the Hell in a Cell at King of the Ring '98. I wasn't crazy about Dude Love. I didn't mind Dude Love, but I would say probably Cactus Jack, my favorite face of Foley. If I was a corn dog, would I eat myself? Asked Caleb. I don't like corn dogs, so no, I would not eat myself. And Adam asks, if I could be any vegetable, what would I be? I would pick a sweet potato because I love sweet potatoes. You can mash them, you can bake them, you can broil them, you can make tater tots, French fries, chips. There are so many good things to do with a sweet potato, and I like sweet potatoes over traditional potatoes. I think they have a little bit more of a health benefit to them as well. Thank you so much for contributing your questions this week to Mailbag Monday. I look forward to continuing this tradition here on My 123 Cents here on YouTube.com. Thanks for watching, and again, don't forget to subscribe.